Ghostbusters Afterlife is the newest movie in the Ghostbusters series. It is the fourth film in the franchise. This is directed by Jason Reitman, the son of Ivan Reitman, and this is a sequel to Ghostbusters 1984 and Ghostbusters 2. 32 years after the events of the second movie, a single mother and her two children move to a small town in Oklahoma where they discover a connection to the original Ghostbusters and their grandfather's secret legacy. When it comes to Ghostbusters Afterlife, I'm going to be as vague about this movie as possible because I don't want to give anything away. This is a new release, and I just want to give my thoughts on the table short and sweet. So, this is going to be a little bit of a vague review here, and, of course. When it comes to Ghostbusters Afterlife, I was actually very excited to see Ghostbusters Afterlife. I first heard about it in 2020 when I saw a poster of it and then the trailer hit. Then it was supposed to come out, and then of course, just like any other movie, you know the whole story there. And as far as the Ghostbusters franchise goes, the first movie from 1984, I love that film. It's in my top 100 favorite movies of all time. Is a movie that still holds up today, and with Ivan Reitman did a very good job, and the original cast I thought sold that movie. Ghostbusters 2 I think is a very criminally underappreciated sequel that a lot of people just hate because it was a retread of the first movie, but despite that, I do very much enjoy Ghostbusters 2. It's actually kind of my favorite one of the ones. And the 2016 Ghostbusters movie, the less I say about that movie, the better. All I'm just gonna say, it has a place in my least favorite films of all time. It was one of the worst movies of 2016. It was one of the worst movies of the last decade. And it was a big, gigantic insult, in my honest opinion, to the Ghostbusters franchise. So I was hoping with Ghostbusters Afterlife, this would be the one to bring the franchise back in full force. And it brought the franchise back into full force. Of course, there will be some people who will not like Ghostbusters Afterlife. If you're someone who did not like what they tried to do with Ghostbusters 2 or Ghostbusters 2016, you probably will not like this one. But all I can say is go in and form your own opinion with this one. As far as positives go, I would have to say Ivan Reitman's son, Jason Reitman, this is a big task for him to take over his father's franchise. He's even said it in interviews himself. This is his father's creation that has lasted for 32 years since the original film. And Jason Reitman, he's done a lot of great stuff. Up in the Air and Juno. He does smaller character-driven films, which is why I was very happy to be surprised that his direction in this movie was actually really good. You could tell he is been around this franchise since he was a younger kid. Even you could tell that he knows the franchise, and you could tell that he wanted to make a movie out of love for the fans. And it definitely feels like a Ghostbusters movie for us Ghostbusters fans. For all of us fans who wanted the true Ghostbusters 3 that we wanted back in 2016 that we didn't get, this is a good way to carry on the legacy from the first two movies. And there's no connection to the 2016 movie, which has made me very happy. As far as camera work and cinematography wise and action sequences wise, the action scenes and the cinematography and even the supernatural scary vibes that this movie has, it is there. It doesn't feel like it's not there for a reason. It does have a lot of nostalgia to it, but that's the whole point of this movie, is to make you get that nostalgic tone of the original films. And I also very much appreciate the heartfelt, emotional side things. There is a certain element to this movie which I can't give away that is very heartfelt and very emotional, which I very much loved about it. Moving on into the performances, of course, Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things. He's very good in the movie. Paul Rudd, while he's not in the movie as much, I will say he does a good job. He's a very likable actor. Even in Halloween 6, he's likable, despite me having issues with that movie. Carrie Coon, very good actress, and I gotta say she did a good job here. But easily the heart of the movie and the scene stealer of the movie is Mckenna Grace. She is very likable here, very charismatic here, and she does a very good job in the role. You have some other actors too, and it is very nice to see the original actors come back. I won't say how they come back, but when they show up for the roles from the original films, it had me smiling on my face. And if you are a Ghostbusters fan, I think you'll be pleased seeing those original faces back. And this is a nice, kind, heartfelt letter to the late Harold Ramis. So you definitely feel that heartfeltness of Harold Ramis in this movie. Technical aspect wise, as far as cinematography, editing, and score, it is well done. The effects on the monsters are well done. It's good seeing monsters like Slimer and the mini Marshmallow Man, and even those little demons from the 1984 films that were statues, gargoyles, are back. It is basically nostalgia fest for us fans, but it also has a great story to back it up. If I have any issues when it comes to Ghostbusters Afterlife, I will say, I guess just mentioned, I do wish Paul Rudd, he was in the movie a little bit more, because I did enjoy his character. I will also say that the original cast members, they're not in it as much, but that's just a small minor nitpick. And it does take a while for the movie to get going, of course. But once it gets going, it does get going. And I do enjoy the humor as well here. None of the humor didn't feel forced or felt like it was lame, unlike the 2016 movie. I just felt at ease. I felt happy with this. So at the end of the day, Ghostbusters Afterlife is a rewarding Ghostbusters movie that we definitely needed after 5 years ago. It's very nostalgic, very heartfelt. It has a good story to back it up with some great performances. And it is a very nice tribute to not only the Ghostbusters franchise, but also to Harold Ramis. Definitely go see it this weekend, and I will give Ghostbusters Afterlife. I'm going to be generous about this. I will say this is better than Vampire Diaries. Be generous about it. I enjoyed it that much. Definitely one of my favorites of the year. In the comment section down below, what did you guys think of Ghostbusters Afterlife? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Are you somewhere in the middle? What is your favorite of the Ghostbusters movies? All my social media links in the description box down below, as well as my Cash App. If you'd like to send anything from my Amazon wish list, you can get in social media probably to do that. Please be sure to like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and also subscribe to the channel because it does help the channel grow and it does help the videos like this get noticed, and it does help my channel with the algorithm. Stick around for more reviews. I have reviews for King Richard, my Dune ranking, Villeneuve ranking, and in the few coming weeks we will be starting the Matrix reviews leading up to the Matrix Resurrections. I'll see you guys in the next one. Join the Epictasticness, and you guys keep it cool.